When it comes to preparedness, one of the most important things you can do is to understand your why. Why are you making these preparations? This really is foundational, since your why will impact most, if not all, of your nuts and bolts decisions. In day 12 of the 521 Preparedness Plan, we're going to share part of our why with you. We try to ground all of our important decisions in our faith, since that's who we are. So here are some Bible verses that have played an important role in shaping how we prepare and why.
If I had to pick a theme verse, it would be Proverbs 21:31. It says, "The horse is prepared against the day of battle, but safety is of the Lord." And this is illustrating the principle of human effort combined with divine power.
You know, that makes me think of the chapter in James that says, "What does it profit, my brethren, if someone says he has faith but does not have works? Can faith save him? Thus also faith by itself, if it does not have works, is dead." You know, that principle is something that a lot of folks recognize on a practical level. For instance, you can't just sit around if you're going to support your family. You have a part to play.
That's right. It makes me think of Paul saying, "For even when we were with you, we commanded you this, if anyone will not work, neither shall he eat."
I use that one on the kids sometimes.
And this principle applies to providing for your family's basic necessities also.
It makes me think of that verse in Proverbs that says, "Go to the ant, you sluggard. Consider her ways and be wise, which, having no captain, overseer, or ruler, provides her supplies in the summer and gathers her food in the harvest." You know, the ant puts away food in a time of plenty, the summertime, to get her through that time of scarcity, the wintertime. And this principle isn't just about food, it's also about the other basic necessities of life. For instance, in the book of Lamentations, you mention a verse there where it talks about the other basic necessities.
Yeah, it says, "Remember, O Lord, what has come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach. Our inheritance is turned to strangers, our houses to aliens. We are orphans and fatherless. Our mothers are as widows." So you can see he's painting this really grim picture of this catastrophe that has fallen upon his people. But listen to what comes next. He says, "We have drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold unto us. We have given the hand to the Egyptians and to the Assyrians to be satisfied with bread." And friends, it wasn't just the fact that they were having to spend more money that bothered him. It was the fact that they were now dependent on their enemies for basic necessities of life. But I wonder how many of us are drinking our water for money, either by buying it from the water authority or by buying power from the power company in order to pump it out of the ground. How many of us is our wood sold unto us, our ability to heat our homes and cook our food? And how many of us are putting out our hand to the Egyptians and the Assyrians to be satisfied with bread?
Yeah, you know, friends, we have a responsibility to our family to provide for their basic necessities. And I believe this is one of the things that Paul was referring to in this stern warning to Timothy. 1 Timothy 5:8 says, "But if anyone does not provide for his own, and especially for those of his own household, he has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever."
Wow, that's strong. But, you know, just think about it. There's coming a time when just bringing a paycheck home is not going to be providing for your family, because you may not always be able to buy these basic necessities with money. So now is the time for us to prepare in a time of relative peace so that you're able to provide for your family's basic needs when all these conveniences that we've become so dependent upon are disrupted. And I'll leave you with the example of one of my heroes, Noah. Jesus said that Noah was a type of the end times. He said, "As the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be." And so listen to this. In the faith chapter of all places, Hebrews 11, Noah is presented as an example for all of us. It says, "By faith Noah, being warned of God of things not seen as yet." Have we been warned of God of things not seen as yet?
Yeah, we have. Revelation.
Yeah. So what did he do? It says he moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith. So right now is the time for us to put our faith into action as Noah did. Let's do our part, provide for our family, both now and in hard times. And if this feels impossible to you right now, I want to encourage you to just focus on your next step, whatever that might be. And as you're doing that, the way will open for you to do the things that seem impossible to you now. And with that thought, we'll leave this off and see you tomorrow.
Bye.